Welcome, beautiful divine masculine and feminine darlings. This is the Seraph and Gem Gypsy, Seraph A Indigo Empress. Ooh, it's 10:22 on the clock here on the East Coast. I don't plan to be here for too long, but I do have a reading to do, a couple of plagiarizers to call out. Now, to be perfectly honest, as the reading says, I wasn't planning to come here until about 11 p.m. my time, East Coast, because I was very content on the yoga, like Ashniko, but I went to switch the music, and another video from this plagiarizer popped up, and that's 2 or 3 couple of hours of this person. I have not been clicking on their account. I've been telling the algorithm to stop sending me their stuff, which means that they're stalking me still. And she did the same thing that she's been doing, that I've noticed and been monitoring each time it organically pops up in my recommended for weeks. And that's every time I post a video, she'll take a big piece of something that I'm talking about and make a little mini reading out of it herself, but she's not telling people that's what she's doing. She's claiming she's picking up this and that, but it's always right after I put out a reading, and she's just recapping what I put out. If it's not something I spoke about in the reading, like a main topic, then it's the title, or this is a big one. She's been stalking my community board and then, again, taking little pieces of what I'm saying, copy and pasting it in her community board, and then claiming that she's picking it up, but it's always immediately after I post. And I've noticed over the last week, I've been picking up, hi Mommy Watsa, I love you. She has been watching me and noticed that there's the thing that Mommy Wata Tarot and I do, where sometimes like I'll be dreaming about something, and then when I get up from the dream, she'll have just put out a reading and it's everything I just dreamed about, so I know she's legit. Or the other day I put out a 3-hour reading that I was on a live feed for, and by the time I got off of the live feed, I had noticed that about the same time I started my live feed, she had put out a 30-minute reading. I was live for 3 hours, and at the same time she had been putting out a reading of her own, but the information we were both picking up paralleled. And at the same time as she was uploading a reading and I was doing the live feed, reading was talking about karmic females, dirty karmic females that need a bath and stink. And I mentioned in my live reading that I was picking up the same type of energy, specifically harpy, demon, karmics, and they do have a propensity to stink. Their spirits are just ugly and they stink. But I didn't know that she had put up that reading until after I got off of my live, as that reading from her didn't go up until I had started mine. It just happened to be at the same exact time we were picking up the same thing. 3:33 on the clock on the East Coast. By the way, I did nail broke, but it'll be all right. Butterflies. Got a little French tip on that. A sparkle tip. Flowers on this one. Flower petals. Side note. So she's been doing this thing where she's trying to copy my readings and my content because she wants people or me to think that it's the same thing, that she's just picking up the same thing as an intuitive reader, and it's just a synchronicity that we're both picking up on the same thing. Or she doesn't think anyone will notice, but I absolutely did. And sometimes that does happen, like in the case of Mamiwata, but that's not always the case. This particular karmic has been trying to manufacture synchronicities and claiming that she's picking things up that she actually just heard me spoke about and then copy and pasted. And it's been every single day. I've noticed this for weeks, immediately after I go live, and she doesn't really have crap to say until I go live or post something. She's clocking my account and has been. When I block somebody and then I tell the algorithm to stop sending me their content and their videos, and they still keep popping up, that's someone stalking me, because there's no reason for that otherwise, mathematically, technologically speaking. It's just not how the algorithm works. Okay? So I'm curious to see. Also, it's about an energetic fingerprint. It's not about the appearance of things on the external, it's about the frequency. It's not about the synchronicities, not just, it's about the frequency. Because karmics will try to say, oh, I just saw 111, but they won't. They'll sit there and wait for the clock to turn and then claim that it was organic when it wasn't. Things like that. And this is that type of an energy, and that's problematic. So there's that. But the reason I address this, and somebody says, how do you know? Because while they can try to manufacture a situation to make it look like a Mamiwata Soul Sister Vibe Tribe crossover, like she and I often, I notice for years, have been doing, that kind of an ordeal, but their frequency doesn't match. Their blueprint, more specifically their energetic fingerprint, says grifter. And I'm an indigo child, meaning I'm a walking lie and truth detector. It's written in my coding, and I see right through you. Stay seated. Set up. So these are people trying to entrap light workers, destiny swapper attempts. And I've been picking this up. They've been doing no business of checking into, because it's none of their business. So I'm reading as a response and as a defense to them not minding their business. You're heartless. I kept hearing that today. Why'd you gotta be so heartless? So first and foremost, these plagiarizers picked up on the energy of locals doing chaos magic and conflict spells. They were already in toxic energy, in that devil energy. So when the devil moved through these locals and desired them to target me, and they joined a cult and did chaos magic, hoping that any dark energies in the world would join them, they jumped on that toxic bandwagon, but they all catch karma for it. I know who you are. Pie face. So, as far as this French fake ISIS claiming plagiarizer goes, the thirst trap, the one that posts pictures of herself in her thong with and claims to be some kind of master healer. Finances will perish. Her videos have been forcing their way into my algorithm too. That's how I discovered each of these people. Because they've copied me so much and won't stay off my page to the point where they expose themselves. Yeah, I'm not confused or scared. I can see that you are, though. How's the spell work taste? The backfire sucks, doesn't it? Pebs. You want to talk about transcendent technology, ma'am? You know not the first thing about being anything kind of high priestess. That should definitely not be in your username, title, or handle. Nor should my name or past lives be, but they are. When you posted about those things, whether you knew it or not, you invoked me. I'm still here. I'm here again. I answered the call. Keep my pretty name out of your dirty mouth. Shut that account down and stay seated. Or God will shut it down for you. Finances will perish. And that's why, because they're not supposed to be doing this. And they were trying to take and steal and block other people's. In this case, mine. You know? I'm not accepting it. It's unacceptable. You need to stop and cut it out. So, as a response to being called out for these things, what they've been doing is now sending death threats, or more specifically death magic, wishing that I would just die so that they don't have to be in trouble for whatever I had to whistleblow about that they were doing. Instead of taking accountability for their wrongdoings, they would rather I just shut up and die. And they're going to catch karma for that. Frankly, I hear that they already have, so that was a bad idea. And I know you're jealous. But that's your personal pickle, not my problem. Salty. Go make a margarita with that shit and leave me alone. These karmics are real. It's not working. No, it never was going to. You gaslit yourself into thinking it would. You're not powerful. You're not a priestess. You're a manipulative karmic little twat. That's your character statement. That's the reference of your behavioral patterns. And so that's what karmic backlash you're getting also. It's just universal law. You claim to know all about that, right? Remember that. I was picking up something about maple syrup earlier, Canadian maple syrup specifically. I'm a maple girl. I typically use maple as a sugar sub, paleo. Why? Somebody asks why. Because white sugar is inflammatory and maple is not. As a natural sugar, dates, I use dates as well. Molasses, maple, monk fruit. It's non-inflammatory comparatively. So this fake high priestess, another one claiming the ISIS reference, jealous of my God connection that she claims to have, but is jealous of because she doesn't really have it. 1822. And instead of minding her own business and not pretending to be me and not trying to make a business trying to step on my toes, she's in toxic energy, which is why she picked up on this frequency and was willing to do this in the first place, you see. And because she thought she was right to do that, or it was appropriate, that she'd get away with it, that she wouldn't get caught, she thinks she's right. She thinks I'm wrong for calling her out, or she did. In fact, I know she doesn't, because I heard her try to apologize and not want me to call her out just an hour ago. Because she's been watching me. And I would say notice that her account has been blocked and she can no longer creep on my page the way she used to or wanted to. Or certainly that she can't leave a comment. Not that she did before, but she can't
whether it's
now.
stress or
and I
or anything,
hear that she noticed.
that real change starts below.
Somebody says, what do you mean? When you block someone, unfortunately, excuse the commercial.
And target the key root causes of hair thinning.
Somebody's dealing with hair loss.
Thicker, stronger hair in 3 to 6 months.
Not me.
Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com. That's NUTRAFOL.com.
Somebody says, thank you. What do you mean about that? If you block somebody on YouTube, it's not like other accounts. They can still watch your videos, unfortunately. I think it should be shut down. That option should be shut down. But it's not. However, when you block them, they can't comment on your shit anymore. So there's that. Okay? So instead of just minding her business and not copying me, taking accountability for being called out for copying me and stopping that, she would rather hold grudges, convincing herself or trying to convince herself that she's right when she's wrong. Jealous of my God connect, but God is telling her to stop. She's mad at me, but I'm only telling her what God is trying to explain to her that she's claiming to be able to touch base with as a ISIS high priestess of technology, but is a fraud, so she's not. Just recently, she was invoking multiple of my past life energies, again, that I resonate with now today, because it's still who I am, and my ancestors. But also in between, she was recently posting videos about fallen angels for her so-called viewers to watch. And that is not somebody who's tapped in or with the gifts and the skill set to be doing what she's been doing. She's a grifter. And I was Empress Josephine. So fuck your French. That's another thing that this other plagiarizer posted about. I think today, this morning, another one popped up. I'm picking up, she said, that there's going to be some people coming out telling the world who they were in a past life after she watched me do that last night. If it wasn't last night, it was early to this morning that she posted it. But after watching me say that,
And that was one of the last things. I was on the yoga mat scrolling for more music and another one popped up. I had enough at that point. That's why I came here to do this. You're done. They do. And I'm not talking, this one is a different one. Okay? The one I'm reading on right now is the Egypt one. The one I just referenced with the past life reference, although they both have tried to talk about that fraudulently. Not that they have any place to be doing so. But they're two separate people. However, you see the reason I merged the two irrelevant people into this reading is their energies are crossing over. And just like a lot of the other ones, a number of these other plagiarizers, this one is Aquarius. Yeah. Divine Masculine just rolled his eyes. Oh, not another one. Why do they think they can come at you? Because they're stupid and arrogant. Incompetent. Oh, I'm an air sign, so I'm smart. No, you're aloof, Aquarius. You think you know enough to know everything, but you don't know enough to know that you're wrong. Stay seated. Take a seat. Learn a few things. Maybe about yourself. I'll teach you a couple. You're not ready for this. Just when you think you can trust somebody. So, let's see, shall we? What's up, Jojo? Drop somebody. Somebody says, what are you doing? I'm cooking. What do you mean? What does it look like? You're in my tea corner. I'm in the kitchen. Big dogs! Wait a minute. 10 toes in when I'm standing on business. I just got out of the bath shower a little while ago. So these are people trying to attack people in their sleep. It's giving incubus, succubus. It's that Jezebel spirit energy, that thirst trap thing. Meanwhile, I'm wearing leggings and my husband's t-shirt that I bought him for Christmas before he died. And that is what she said. She would be me. Listen. You don't have a choice. You don't have to, karmics, but God's going to knock your ass out anyway. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Oh, what did I say? If not God, then the ancestors. Yeah, well, guess what? All evil eyes go blind. How's that? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Hands on God, so I'm in it like a surgeon. I'm going to do some Reiki too. I meant to do some last night, but it got long for reading. Only thing we're breaking is our back with emotions. You hear me? prophesize a prophet when you know what's coming next. In school, I used to fight the bullies. Now I fight the crooked law. I guess some things don't leave you fully. Captain America, bitch. Queen. Yeah, they're mad because they got cut off. Too bad. If you weren't so grimy, we wouldn't have to cut you off. Like I said, if you were even kind of remotely friendly, we would have been a good friend to you, but you're not. You're a karmic. Stay gone. Friends don't steal. Friends support and give credit. Fuck you. You look funny, lurkers. You don't got shit to say now, huh? Keep it that way. Because the spillover will kick your ass if you don't. Butterfly effect. Support system. Yeah, see? You wanted to steal and grift, and now you wonder why you're getting cut off. You're getting the energy return. My soul family's coming in where we don't compete with each other. We collaborate with each other and support each other and promote each other's cool stuff and ideas and work and boost each other up. You wouldn't know the first thing. Lack and loss energy. Can't relate. Manifester. Alchemist. The ultimate. Yeah. They're in trouble. No easy times for these people. You know why? Because they did not respect people's boundaries. And that is precisely what I said in the reading last night that this person copied again. And I was specifically speaking about her. I clipped it. It's in my clips. I'll link it in the down bar. Anything else you want to say about her, God? No, trying to start rumors, but you see, every time I've noticed the little plagiarism bits over the last couple weeks, I've quietly documented it. So now I can go back and show that every time I put a reading out or something in the community board, she immediately, like sometimes less than an hour or so later, went and stole pieces of it and then claimed originality while reblogging it herself without giving credit. It's giving energy vampire. You're ugly, bitch. Inside and out. And also, obviously, didn't I say? Go make a margarita with that shit, you salty bitch. I'm not a drinker, but I did pick it up. It's not something I would typically say. I don't condone going to drink, you know what I mean? Like that. I would condone going to therapy first instead. But that's what I picked up. Go make a margarita, because this person doesn't want to go to therapy. They'd rather drink their problems away, clearly. Can't relate. I see Xanax and Percocet, so this is a pill popper too. But you want to claim to be a high priestess, bitch? Your head is fucked up and up your ass. Clearly. Can't relate. 3222. You know, I've been offered Percocets and muscle relaxers for the chronic pain and domestically abuse-induced injuries that I've been forcibly inflicted. But I won't take them because they'd fuck my head up, and I know that, so I can tell where yours is and why it's down the toilet. Beast mode, yeah. Not tolerating your B&E. That's what he said, B&E. It means breaking and entering. And that's what these people did. When you decide to come up in my kitchen in my house and snatch content to plagiarize from me, you're stealing from my house and food out of my fridge to feed my child. And I take personal offense to that. And bitch, so does God. Oh, also, this one that I'm reading on right now, speaking of that, 3322, her name is Sophia. Okay? Well, my daughter's middle name is Sophia. She's named after a saint, Christ Consciousness Sophia, the goddess. And all of a sudden, as of the last 9 months, this girl is trying to claim that. So what she's trying to do, Mami Wata Tarot, she's trying to snatch my 11-year-old daughter's destiny. Hey, Divine Masculine, I know you're watching. He's trying to snatch your soul child's destiny. No. Sit. Oh, and she claims to have 3 children while posting pictures of herself in her thong. But you want to steal from another mother? Shut your mouth. The account down and stay seated. Since you want to play that, I will do what queens do. No coup d'etat for you. I will rule. Coup d'etat. Rejected. Tell me about this Sophia. Her karma's going to hurt her. So her family not supporting her? Drama and conflict in her life because she answered a call for chaos, magic, and conflict spells. I also saw an ant when this started popping up, like a black ant, this morning. There's snow on the ground. That shouldn't be a thing here, but I saw it. Alcoholic. Addict. Not a high priestess. Oh, you know what? She kept posting about ayahuasca and all kinds of, like, she does drugs. This is one of those, like, culty, drug-doing, of course she's out of her fucking head and her head's up her ass. She's over there doing hallucinogenics all the time. Think you're ISIS. Girl, you're confused. Take your kids and go to therapy. Leave mine alone. There's nothing Christ consciousness related about you. And you're not the goddess or the Saint Sophia. Relationship problems. House problems. Oh, all right. What did I say? She's trying to come up in my house and steal from me. Well, backfire's going to hit your home. Sickness. She's claiming to be a healer. And this is another thing. Her big thing is she claims that she can do this magical healing therapy to make you look younger. She's doing the Angie Butler, but a French version. And they both are claiming ISIS. Angie has a tattoo of ISIS on her leg. Bitch, I'm right here. Keep my name out of your mouth. Yeah, see, I'm not confused. I'm trying to do crown chakra attacks, ear chakra. No, mine are active and open consistently and continuing to open more. Through all the blocks they tried to throw. Yeah. So she's also been trying to claim to be some kind of crystal practitioner. I mentioned this last night. This Isis one was posting with something like this. After I posted this, she went and got one, it looks like, which is an obsidian palm stone, and was trying to do a healing video with it, but it's gross. I don't like her voice, her energy's off, and it's not, this is not healing energy, this is karmic. I wouldn't let them send or do anything with my energy. Stay away from me, keep out. But, oh, what did I tell you? Yeah, see? She's been trying to do readings on me. They both have. All of these karmics try to do readings on me and try to tap into my Akashic records. One of these plagiarizers named their baby Akash, okay? You don't have the authority to go through my spiritual contract and blueprint. That's like going into a bank and trying to go through people's bank information when you don't have the authority or the clearance to do so. You can't do that. That's a felony, spiritually speaking and otherwise. You don't think that there are security measures set in place, like any typical computer with a firewall or bank with a fraud system? You're stupid. And your energetic fingerprint is ugly. As above, so below. Those thirst traps aren't working, are they? It's because your spirit is ugly. And it does reflect outward. So stop that. Also, you're not a reader, so there's that. And you don't have protection, karmic. We can see that you're jealous and why, but that's your fault. Also, your third eye is blocked. We know that you've been trying to block ours, but no. I saw that. It's an air sign. This is an Aquarius. And she's very mad. Very mad. Trying to send dark demons and evil entities. But like I said, God saw that. God is watching. Stay humble and let them crumble. Don't worry about it. They step on their own toes trying to step on mine. Dark spirits, evil. And we know better than to let these people come through. Even past people. A lot of these past people want to come back through. Some of these ops that know that we won't let them back through have tried to be gathering people they think we won't know are connected to them, people they think that we will open up to, that will run back to them and tell them whatever we're saying, but we won't know about it, so it's a setup, basically. No. I know. Why do you think these losers started showing up on my front doorstep again? And I called that a few weeks ago. They do this thing where they stalk you, narcissists, and they show up to places that they know you are or that you frequent, whether it's a store or could be even just a grocery store, a bookstore, your home address on the block. They're just taking a walk and they accidentally bump into you. So it's also organically synchronistic, except it wasn't. They were intentionally hoping that they'd bump into you so they could spin it as just a synchronicity, and you'd think it was just fate to meet them, and you would be so open to giving them a chance to fuck you over again, not realizing that it was a setup the whole time and they were clocking you in your schedule. I saw that. Sean Lavoie.
Hair thinning can happen for so many reasons.
That's why you're going bald.
Whether it's stress or hormones or anything, at Nutrafol we've learned that real change starts below the surface. Our hair growth.
That's why you're going bald, because your karma's a bitch. Leave me alone. You want to try to block people's crown chakras? That's why all your hair's falling out. Trying to gaslight people and confuse people, cause people mental duress. That's why your hair is falling out in fistfuls.
FOL.com.
Good luck. You know what I gotta download about that in the shower? I'd been doing alopecia reiki because it was coming up. I was giving healing for that. I'm snatching that energy back. Ooh. Guess what's behind that? Karma and cycles of bad luck. And it's just going to keep getting worse for you right down the spiral. Like a toilet in a jail cell. I'm going to try to get people to be mean to you. Bitch, I'm a Sigma. I don't need you. Now, I would prefer good company. But I don't need you. You need people. You need attention. You need people to fawn over you. I don't need to be seen. Or you're a people pleaser. Or you want people to people please for you. I'm a Sigma. That's above an Alpha. I do everything an Alpha does, but I also do everything an Alpha does not. I can lead the pack, but unlike an Alpha, I don't need a pack to lead. Stay seated. Heyoka. Oh, and before somebody's like, oh, she's being mean. Remember that this is the one that was sending death magic because she would rather me die than the truth about the fact that she's been stealing from me and trying to copy me and be someone she's not. Pretend to be someone she's not. Coming out. She doesn't want the truth to come out about it. She would rather me die than take accountability for the fact that she's a thief. Right, her. Oh, it's not so mean anymore. No, very warranted. And so you've been sending healing energy and she tried to throw death spells at you? Yes, while trying to steal my life. And my work. And my business. And food out of my child's mouth, as well as protection for us both. Just like Angie Butler. But you see, Angie's been running that little cult that's been sending the chaos magic and conflict spells. So everybody that's picking up on it, even online, they all mirror her energy and the people that recruited her. Because they're all on the same demon time. Some of them call demons. Those demons aren't coming at me. I sent them back at you. Both realms fear or revere me. You'd be wise to follow suit. You see, I have respect from both realms. Copying me is a dangerous game. You fail to take into consideration my level of divine anointing and favor, and it is something that I have mastered in many lives. You know, not the first thing. Yeah, hear that? 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the grave. You're in trouble. Don't you dare make a sound. I hear you from all this time away. Sweat on your brow. You sweating now, huh? You'll be dead in a second. Kill your pride. Don't you forget it. Whoa. 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 Your shadows. The shadow card came out. It's your shadow. You have shadow work to do. Stop lying. Blocked root chakra. Your money's about to be fucked up too for trying to fuck mine up. I wasn't trying to fuck up your money. Yes, you were. You were trying to steal from me. Energy harvest, siphon, take credit for work that wasn't yours. In whatever way of speaking, whether it be legally and financially, whether it be spiritually speaking, that's what that is. That is vampirism and theft. And you're finished. And frankly, pretty disgusting, I'd say. For starters. Anything else? Nope. Return to sender, and I bind that to you. I also bound you to all your energy and your own spell work earlier because you're not supposed to be sending that out. And if you don't think, because I've been quiet about this, if you don't think that I've been picking up the fact that you've been trying to do womb magic for a week to either fuck up divine feminine's fertility or keep the divine masculine from coming together with her or trying to cause issues so that they can't come together and have the spirit babies that have been trying to come through to them from God, you thought fucking wrong. And you underestimated your target and how the situation would be handled. I'm gonna destroy you. With the truth, motherfucker. It's just your shadow on the floor. And God's about to use you as a mop to wipe it up. Right. So, let's see. Shall we? 10 toes in when I'm standing on business. Hanged man in reverse. You can't stuck people anymore. These people tried to keep people stuck, right? And I might be stern with my words, but there's also a level of balance. I can kick back and dive right back into the reading. These people tried to become something they were not. They thought they saw me becoming the star that God sent me to be, 1111, and they thought that they could steal my destiny, snatch the blueprint, whatever. No. Evil stepsisters. Cinderella's glass slipper doesn't fit your big fucking flat feet, does it? It's giving you blisters and cutting the circulation in your toes off. Imagine how much that glass shoe is going to hurt. It's going to slice your feet right open. It doesn't fit you. It's bad enough to wear shoes that are soft, made of fabric, that don't fit you, right? Imagine a glass one. It's gonna fuck you up. Custom made for me. Can't relate. Oh, by the way, this is Anubis. So, even the boys say, fuck you, you're not ISIS. You leave my mother alone. Did you know they chose me also? Like Anubis chose ISIS? I walked into the ASPCA and they ran to the front of the kennel that they were in and started meowing, and all of the vet staff there were floored because they said that, especially the other one, they didn't do that. They weren't like that. They didn't really want to deal with people. There was only one vet tech there that they really kind of liked, and so they just weren't, they didn't want to be there. They weren't happy to be there. They didn't really like the people. They definitely didn't want to meet new potential adoption parents, you know. But when my husband and I walked into the ASPCA, they were begging to see us. So we brought both of them, they were litter brothers, into this little room where they couldn't escape, but it had glass windows so that the vets could see in and what have you. And there were cat toys in there, and we played on the floor with them. And both of these cats crawled over us, and we're playing. And I looked at my husband, and he looked at me, and we came in for one cat. But I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I said, you know, they say it's really better to adopt them in pairs. We went home with 2 cats that day. 0 regrets. But they chose me. They chose us. Yeah. These karmics tried to force their feet into shoes and thrones that were not theirs. Ace of Cups. God is not blessing you with this. I know you want it and I know you're jealous of it, but this is not for you. This is not your gift. This is not your destiny. This is not your blessing. What is it? What is for them? I hear karma. You get karma. You're a witch. You've been doing death spells. Let's not forget that part. Page of Spears. No. Yeah. No. Very immature, reckless, impulsive. Trying to claim that she's some kind of success, making money off of being a grifter. But there's no sense of sovereignty here. That's not a spiritual leader. This sometimes represents a judge, but it's some kind of high spiritual leader or some kind of person who is revered, like a judge whose advice is listened to, they're wise. This is in reverse because she's not. She's lying. If not to herself, then definitely to everybody else, or both, really. And so there's a divine masculine who sees this. I would say, hold on, what about this? Or more specifically, they tried to run at, this is what it is, they tried to run at a divine feminine who can move in both energies, her own divine feminine energy, but also the emperor energy if she needs to. And I'm an Aries. Aries is the emperor card. So fuck you. I thought you were a Scorpio and a Virgo. I am. I'm also a Gemini. Sarah from Emerald Gem. Minai. Gypsy. Thank you. That's a play on words. Right? Yeah. Thank you. Gem, as in gemstone. But what is an emerald? A gemstone. Oh, but you see the emerald is the Gemini birthstone. And that's me. Uh-huh. And they're catching karma. It's justice. While I keep throwing them pills down my throat, he said, yeah, keep popping those pills, honey. You're not a high priestess. And by the way, I've been doing it with 0 drugs and chronic pain. What's your excuse, junkie? Thanks. A little emotional. Are you? Are you upset now? Make me mad, you make me mad. Oh, we know. You're big mad. Yeah, we saw that. But you see your little attempt to be a traitor, a sneaky little treacherous wench? Yep, that backfired. Trying to stab swords in my back to knock me out or send death spells? That's a no. See, I get to move on with a happy new obsession. Get a new obsession, he said. Stop being a psycho. Also, some of those spirit babies have ties to like Mexican past life crossover energy. I've been picking this up for a while. That's one of the energies that's been trying to come back through that these broads have been trying to block or do womb magic. They're trying to make divine feminine sick or infertile, or what it is they're trying to harvest her solar plexus sacral energy, her creativity energy. Because fertility is not just about babies. It's about ideas and your movement in life, self-confidence, willpower, drive. They want that for themselves. Go fucking build it yourself, nut job. Ew. Yeah. Woe is me, he said. Oh, boo-hoo for you, you fucking sicko. Ew. I ain't even got friends. Feel like everyone's fake. He said, yeah, bitch, traitor. You're nasty. Pardonnez-moi. I was really fucking hoping it'd be different this time. Yeah, no happy homes for them. But it is for me. Moving on with a happy home life, stability. My daughter's coming home. I get to move on into a new happy love. I know there's love coming in my life pretty quickly. These karmics will have to go to jail. We get to move on with our happy life. I get to rebuild the damage they done, heal my body and the rest of my being fully, as well as not only get back on my feet and rebalance the business that I was working on that they were trying to destroy, but continue to move past that as I was before they tried to knock me off of my own square pedestal and throne. Like the 7 of Swords pieces of shit that they are. 7 of Wands, rather. Ah! Damn, girl, just let me be your man, girl. He says, told you. I know what's coming for me. Fuck you. Who needs you, karmics? Everybody in the past can stay there. I don't want you. Stay off my socials and out of my life. You're not invited. I used to know me. No, you thought you knew me, and you don't know me anymore. Excuse me, I level up all the time. Allow me to reintroduce myself. You're not invited. VIP. Yeah, Chariot. God says, nope, you don't have the clearance, karmics. And that's the truth, the world, on God. 7. Oh, I just split the deck one more time. 7 of Wands. Told you. One more time. Six of Cups, and they get no happy endings, no new beginnings. And the Six of Cups is like past love or old friends or old family or something coming back, possibly from the past, childhood love or something. Nope, it's in reverse. Past can stay there. See ya. Anything else? I feel like these are good now. What is this song? Where the freaks at? Yeah, where are my freaks at? The good kind. Come hang out. Divine Masculine says, you're so hot. I'm just being silly. He says, I know, because you're not even trying. That's hilarious. Let the leaders lead, preachers preach, and get out of our way. We do this for our purpose, just to keep the fire burning. I don't know what this is, but I like it. You listen. Notice I've been letting the music speak for me. It's just random as Pandora. I don't know most of this music. Immature, they're done. The devil got exposed. And their attacks have failed in advance. It was in reverse though. They fell on their own swords. And I picked that up this morning. The archery thing. Or maybe yesterday. Yeah, see? High Priestess. They came after the wrong one. Hilarious. Shorty's got me catching feelings, I just hope she throws it back. I don't know this one either, but aptly timed. We should get a shot of whiskey as this just flew out. You can blame it on the jack. It's not that I don't. Once in a blue moon, you know? So, I'm the life of the party. I'm not saying I don't know how to vibe. But I'm saying there's a time and a place, and these people are excessive. It's usually, if at all, once every at least couple of years. On average. It's not good for you. Also whiskey somewhere up here. I don't know where it is. Somewhere. You can tell how infrequently it's used. I don't even know which cabinet it's in. The only reason I knew where that one was because it's too big to fit on the upper one. On these ones, just the shelves are stacked lower. And so that's the only spot that it fits in, so it wasn't a question. Somebody says, why don't you keep the other one down there? Because it's glass, and if it falls out, I don't want to hit the tile floor. It won't fall out of the cabinet. It might out of the bottom of the thing. There's a reason. There's a method to my madness. But again, it doesn't matter because it's used so infrequently. And if anything that it's used for, it's usually recipes. Actually make a really good jack, like a whiskey cupcake. Bacon whiskey, bourbon whiskey. Maple, bacon, bourbon whiskey at that. I haven't made those in a long time, but I do. I also
giving you 10 or 20% off, or even 30%
Adam and Eve.
You get a whopping 50%
Also the
off
promiscuity
almost any one item.
energy. This is a sex commercial.
Gifts, including 3 sexy items you're going to love. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine. And best of all, free shipping. Go to .com and enter offer code Pandora. That's offer code Pandora.
Okay. So we did these ones already. Keep sitting unbothered is the advice. And release them and freeze them out. And this is what I do. I have to call it out, putting it on blast, putting it on a hard freeze, documenting the evidence and the timestamps, and then moving on. Because their lives are over, not mine. They're the ones who tried to build their lives by stealing from someone else's. I don't have that problem, nor the consequences that come with it. The universe is guiding you away from these toxic energies. Use your intuition. You're blessed. All right, too blessed to be stressed. They're the ones who are sweating. And these people have been projecting hard. They're really nervous because they're upset that they're in trouble and they're scared about what's coming. And so they've been trying really hard to push those off on others. On the targets, actually. Saying that the target's wrong for calling them out. Projecting all of the stuff they're doing on the target because they don't want to take accountability. They don't want to acknowledge this truth about themselves. They don't want other people to see it about themselves, and they don't want the consequences or the adjusted and changed situations or the change in how people see them or treat them as a result. But that's what's happening. 6622, and I'm hearing something I've been picking up. A lot of these karmics feel like it's going to hit them in their pockets. They wanted me to shut up about the truth because they're afraid, since people know that they're fake and they're grifting, people won't go to them. But that's the thing, is that's karma. That God sent me as karma. They weren't supposed to be doing that in the first place. They had to be exposed in order to be stopped. It's balancing the scales. Every time they try to do this and continue, they throw things out of balance. Every time it's exposed and they're stopped, it rebalances the scales more. And it will continue until they stop. for a paycheck. He said, you're the definition of a bitch. Yeah, you're greedy and grimy. You weren't supposed to be doing that, and that's why it's being snatched out from under your feet, because stealing from me and pretending to be a high priestess when you're not was not the way to build your life. You were not supposed to be doing that. So get the fuck out of my face! Your carpet's being snatched out from under you because it wasn't yours in the first place. It was one you stole from someone else. Tried to build your living room set on. Man down, you're a Mayday. Isn't there a card that says Mayday here, right? Somewhere, I swear. There's a Mayday card that hasn't gotten put away. It fell out of a deck. Somewhere here. It's one card. It fell out of a deck that I have, and I hadn't put it back yet because it just happened a little while ago. It's right here somewhere, but I think I stacked it somewhere. It's alright, it'll pop up. But that's the card that it was, so the music just hit that note again, paralleled. Interesting. Anything else? Put those ones away now. Ooh. Envious. This is the one card that was not flipped right. Envious of your children and pregnancy. Get the fuck out of my face. Okay. I don't want to hear it. This karmic's trying to apologize, but I don't believe them. Divine Masculine says don't. She's full of shit. Okay. They're big mad. $70-22. Tell me about this Egypt energy. This Sophia plagiarizer. Took a bad gamble. It was a bad choice. I feel like we're done with that. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my face. As we reestablish a sense of peace. Funny. The Strength card just came out, and so the Devil card did come out in reverse, but what the Strength card is saying is that the Devil has been lurking, obviously. It means you've got the strength to overcome it, though, so don't forfeit, don't give in. karmic says that they're scared. You should be. They're realizing they misjudged the target. Now, you see, that's why. This is the one card that was stuck backwards. It's because they're stuck in their heads now. They're stuck in their heads for what they've done and what they know that they're in trouble for, what consequences are coming. That's not supposed to be in there either. Neither is that. Use your intuition. Blessed. There's a solar plexus sacral energy. Oh, it's like somebody's trying to pull on it. Also the heart. And that's come up too. These karmics have been jealous of the love that's coming for the twins. But it's too bad. Too late for them. Okay, so the last stack is moving forward. Wow. Call upon source. I was just thinking, what do I need to do, God? Can you give me some guidance? Confuse them. Call upon source. Flex on that hoe. Don't mind if I do. In fact. Every evil eye, told you. All evil eyes go blind. Return back to sender. They want to be you. They're thinking about you. I know. Evil eyes don't blink. They just couldn't stop stalking. So I had to call them out again. And I've had to talk to God about it. Clarity will become obvious to the eyes. This is that bit about them exposing themselves I'm picking up. Yeah, see, your ancestors are assisting. And karma has them now. Sophia, she claims to be a high priestess. She claims to be Isis. No. She claims to be a healer. She claims to be original. She claims to be magic. Gifted. Yeah, I'm asking God, well, what is she really, God? God says a grifter and a piece of trash. A thief. She tried to send death spells at you and snatch your daughter's life. This is a so-called grown woman with 3 kids, and she wanted to try to snatch your daughter's destiny. Your child's destiny. Ew, bitch! Seek fucking help! Professionally. Pardonnez-moi. Merci beaucoup. Sacre bleu. Divine Masculine says, touche. La fin. Finito. Cooked like Thanksgiving goose. I'm craving a pear. A juicy pear. I don't know why. I know why I've been on a tomato kick lately, though. I got some medical mediumship about it this morning or yesterday. It's the I think it was last night. It's the lycopene in the tomatoes that my body wants right now. So I'm listening. Intuitive eating. She wanted a pear. We had a pear. What? Divine Masculine says, have you eaten today? Not really. Just a start. I wish you well. It's been really fake as hell. I don't even miss you. This karmic female saying, how many decks does she have? About 500. That is a stack of cards. That's a second shelf of cards right there. This is the whole shelf of cards. And they're 3 stacks deep. 4 stacks deep. This is another set of cards over here. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks deep here. And then you've got underneath, which is at least 2 or 3 stacks deep each. These ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows across. 6 rows across. 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves worth. So